Alright, I'm going to do a comparison between the Archos 101 and the Acer Iconia tab. I don't think it's a fair comparison because the Archos is definitely older. The Iconia tab I have is the A500. The Archos is a Android 2.2, so that's Froyo, and the Acer is the 3.0. So it's definitely a difference there. But let's look at size, display, all that kind of stuff. I just got the Iconia, which will be replacing my Archos. So I'm going to turn them on real quick. See what the screen looks like. So clearly from a screen perspective, let's see if you can tell the difference. The size of the screens, width-wise, it looks like they're pretty close to the same. Let me unlock that. So it looks like from a width perspective, you got the screen to there, the screen to there. I was in the golf game. And then this way, it looks clear from here to here. It's clearly that the screen on the Iconia tab is definitely bigger. Screen resolution, I would say, is I don't know. I think they're both pretty good, to be honest. I mean, I don't have the same picture here, so it's kind of hard to say. But let's see if I open something up. Let me just open up the browser. And the Iconia tab I haven't really used yet, so I'm going to try here. My network isn't on this one, so I'm going to have to turn that on. Right there. As far as construction, I mean, this is much thinner, weighs less, definitely. Clearly this one has a slightly bigger screen. Refresh here. Let's go to the home. Yep. Come on, let's go to Google. Yeah, so as far as weight, I mean, they talked about the Iconia tab being heavy, and it definitely is. I mean, you can look up the actual statistics, but it's probably half the weight. Now, I think the plastic on this one is a little bit on the Archos is probably a little more flimsy, whereas the Acer is definitely, it feels heavier in the hand and definitely feels more solid. So I mean, people say it's heavy. Yes, I agree, it's heavy, but not so heavy that I mean, think this feels a lot like the iPad as far as weight and holding in your hand. Maybe the first iPad. Also, the screen is flat, whereas this one has some ridges on the screen. So you have a little bit of difference as far as that goes. Obviously the words are, I mean, you know, again, the display is pretty close. I don't see they're that much different, but I will give the benefit of the doubt to the Acer, which I think is a little bit better as far as picture goes. A little bit better screen. Clearly, you got a dual core versus single core in the Archos. Honeycomb versus Froyo here, so clearly better there. I'm gonna hit home on these. Go back to my home screen. The responsiveness is a little bit better on the Acer for sure. What's going on here? The Archos is not. Oh, there it is. It's just, I guess, slow to respond. I don't know. I'd like to launch an app, or maybe download an app to kind of show you the difference between, you know, the speed on these. So let me go to the App Store there, and let me go to the App Store here. If I can find it, Market. Now it's still on Market, so I have to change it to Google Play clearly. Accept. And it went that fast, it still says Market. So let me look for my apps. Let me look for an app that I own, but that I don't have currently on the tablet. One that I would have, you know, had before, but maybe deleted, and then we'll see how we can compare here. I don't know why Mint is showing up here, but anyway, let's see. Whoops. So let me go back to the market. I don't want to update that right now, but I don't know how to make it go away. So again, my apps. Okay. Well, Mint needs to be updated, so let me see if Mint needs to be updated on this one too. And in which case I could just update both of those at the same time. And you can get a feel for how that happens. Doesn't need to be updated there. But anyway, I'll update it on that one. And then I do want to basically go with showing you how, well, that's already done. So I don't know why it says open. I want to just move this screen out of the way. Not sure how to do it. Sorry to be a beginner on this, but let me see if I find a new app here. Go back, search for an app. I don't know, why do I want to do that? I'm just going to look at, let's see here, apps. Go back to here too, a little arrow back, go to apps. The screen looks a little different, which is kind of strange. You know, a couple of different things that are different here. So editor's choice, we got a TMZ there. Smart tools, so I'll pick smart tools. Well, something went wrong because there's an error here and a forced close here, so something definitely kind of wacky there. Here is, again, I'm going to try the same thing, smart tools. I'm a glutton for punishment. And apps, smart tools. Nope, not working there. Anyway, I'll do a test on that later on, but again, I think definitely the Iconia tab has a nicer view, although I can't really complain with the Archos one. The screen is definitely narrower this way from top to bottom, where the Iconia tablet is definitely more closer to square, where the other one's more closer to rectangle. So this processor is clearly faster on this, and you're talking about honeycomb as opposed to Froyo. So clearly I turned this on, and all my apps from my phone are all already here, and there's a few other ones also. So it pretty quickly brought it all in and brought what I'm typically used to seeing. So good, quick. I like it so far. I'll do a more in-depth review as I get to know it a little bit better. So that's the story. Hopefully this is helpful.